Okay, we are Group G. We are Rafael, Himesh, Hardeep, Adam, Suraksha, and Gurneet. So we are working in Zero Trust Network Access for Phantom College. This is our network diagram. Excuse me. This is our network diagram. We have a web server, we have a file server, an Active Directory server, and user AppGate, that is our platform that we are going to help us to get Zero Trust Network access. We had a firewall, a Palo Alto firewall, and we have an external client that is going to have access to these resources using AppGate, right? So we create all these environments in this virtual server, and we are going to access to the AppGate controller. Here is the AppGate controller, right? So the idea is that AppGate has to work on one site. This is our site, the place where we have all our resources. Our resources are called entitlements. So as I was show you, we have a domain controller, a file server, a web server, and a client. The way that we create an entitlement is to add new, put the name, indicate where is the site, and indicate where is the way that the resource is going to be reached. For example, a domain controller. Domain controller is enabled, is in the site, Phantom Canada, and it will be accessed by a TCP connection to this IP address. It will be the same for the other components. For example, the web server, it will be accessed by HTTP connection to this IP address. After that, we have the entitlement. We have to set conditions, right? We can set many conditions as we need. So in this moment, we have just two conditions. We have the condition that when the user is tested and the password and the user is on the local database from AppGate, it will be connected, right? This is the condition that we had configured. Another condition is that when the user is connected, the firewall of the user, the client machine, will be enabled. If not enabled, user won't have access, right? What kind of condition could I have? We have maybe multi-factor authentication. We can give a reason. We can retype the password. We can set by geolocation. Your country code should be Canada or should be US. Your device should be Windows or should be Mac. Those kind of policies to be sure that the customer is be connected from a trusted device or a trusted environment. After that, we have policies. So this policy allows the access to our test user, and this policy allowed access to the domain controller. How a policy should be created? We have the assignment when we have policies that we can select that all of that should be true, or maybe one of that should be true. In this case, we said that the local provider, the identity provider is our local provider, and the user is test, and it will have access to domain controller, right? So we are going to make the test with one machine. So our user test is, okay, now we are going to make some tests. So as you can see, excuse me, I'm going to connect to the console. All right, so we have these policies. We have access to external user. So we have access to domain controller and web server. I'm going to configure access to a client, the internal client. I'm going to add this entitlement. I also give access to file server. And file server will be this entitlement, right? So I'm going to test from an internal customer that is on the same network to show all this service working. This is outside, this is inside. This is the inside. We can see that this IP address is on the same network, right? The resources are in this network. So we are going to try an RDP. It is working to the AD controller. We are going to try to access the web server. This is the web server. This is working. We are going to use PuTTY to access by SSH to the file server. Sure. Normal app. All right. It is responding, right? All service are working from the internal machine. Now I'm going to try the service from the out machine. Let me see. The upgrade agent is down. So I'm going to try RTP. RTP against domain controller is not possible. I'm going to try RDP to the client machine that is on the same network. That is not possible. So I'm going to try with PuTTY. It is not responding. And I'm going to try with the web server. It is not working. So now we are going to start upgrade agents. It is connected. I'm going to see the entitlements. Here we can say that we have access to make RDP to the internal customer, to make RDP to the domain controller server, and to access to the web server. Now something is missing. I'm going to give access to the file server. Let me check again. Web server, file server. We are going to create a policy. We are going to give access. It is access to file server. Test local. Maybe here is entitlements. Hangout. Test. Okay, we are going to try to make the RDP to the internal LAN. customer. It is going to maximize this one. Okay, you can see better. Not so much. You can see it is responding. I'm gonna try with the, it was the domain controller, the 3. The other machine is the 6. It is responding. And I'm going to go to the web server. So you can see that with the agent working, I can get access to the services. So thank you.